Hello, and welcome to the Westminster Campus College Now information session. College Now is the name of the concurrent enrollment program at Front Range Community College. In this presentation, we will start by talking about the big picture of Front Range and concurrent enrollment, then talk about the type of student who will thrive in concurrent enrollment classes, and finish with steps to being a part of the concurrent enrollment program. Our mission at Front Range is to enrich lives through learning. We seek to support student success, embrace diversity, have strong partnerships with high schools, and serve students well. We offer associate's degrees and certificates. The Associate of Arts and the Associate of Science are both intended for transfer to a four-year college or university and are intended to be the first 2 years of your bachelor's degree. The Associate of Applied Science is geared toward the workforce, but not four-year schools. This is for someone who wants to be a mechanic, say, or a nurse. Our certificates are not degrees, but certifications. They are 1 to 3 semester programs intended to give students a specific skill that they can take to the workplace, such as digital imaging, welding fundamentals, or brake repair. Many of our courses, especially in our AA and AS degrees, are guaranteed transfer or GT courses. This means that public colleges and universities in the state of Colorado are required by law to accept them as transfer credit. And taking GTs, even if you don't plan on finishing a program with us, is a great way to make sure your time in concurrent enrollment remains a great investment. The people at Front Range make the place. Our staff and faculty are here to support your journey. Lastly and importantly, Front Range is committed to an inclusive environment. Students, regardless of backgrounds and personal situations or even being of high school age, are all welcome here. We've talked big picture of what Front Range Community College is and what we offer. Let's narrow down now to concurrent enrollment and the things you will want to know before continuing in this process. Concurrent enrollment is legislation passed in 2009 that allows high school students the opportunity to take college classes. College classes taken also count for high school credit. Students work with their high school counselor to decide what high school credit they receive for college classes. High schools pay tuition for approved courses. College classes are offered at many local high schools, and we call these high school select classes. Students can also come to our campus to take classes or take classes with us in an online or remote format. We call these campus select classes. Students can be either high school select, campus select, or both, depending on their high school. Concurrent enrollment offers many benefits to students. Classes taken for college credit are on the student's college transcript. These courses can count toward a future degree or certificate at Front Range, or they may transfer to another college if the student chooses to go to other places. If you know where you want to go, you can always check with that college about what does transfer and how. Concurrent enrollment also gives students opportunities to take higher level courses in areas they're interested in. They can explore subjects they've never taken before to explore future careers. And while students are responsible for buying their textbooks and for paying college fees, the high schools pay the tuition. This saves students tremendous amounts of money in tuition. Let's see what that savings can look like, first at Front Range and then compared to other colleges and universities. Because money set aside by the state legislature called COFF, which stands for College Opportunity Fund, pays for $104 per credit hour, the remaining amount per credit hour is paid by the high school. Most classes at Front Range are 3 credit courses, and students save $781.20 on tuition for each of these. Math and science courses can be 4 and 5 credit hours, though, increasing the savings to $1,041.60 and $1,302 even, respectively. These are all amounts of money that the student doesn't pay. Students only pay the cost of fees and textbooks. Because Front Range is one of the cheapest options for higher education, let's look and see what these savings might look like elsewhere. These numbers are based on students taking 12 credit hours per semester for both fall 2020 and spring 2021 and reflect tuition only after the COFF stipend is applied. In other words, this is the amount a full-time Front Range student could save on tuition by taking advantage of concurrent enrollment for one school year, compared to the cost offered for the same amount of credit at MSU Denver and Colorado State University. Now that we've covered a bit about Front Range and about concurrent enrollment, let's take a look at the type of student who thrives in concurrent enrollment. There are a few considerations for students to think about before jumping into concurrent enrollment. For one thing, college classes will be on your permanent college transcript, and that's great if you pass with an A, a B, or a C. Students can put that on their resumes and on scholarship applications that they've passed college classes. On the flip side, if they get a D or an F, it's always on their transcript. This is also the place to note that at the college level, a D is also failing, like an F. Only A's, B's, and C's are passing. All college grades affect your college GPA. Plus, all college classes affect future financial aid. So if you fail college classes now, you may not be eligible for financial aid in the future when you're trying to pay for college after high school. It is challenging to raise a college GPA. It's far easier for a student to wait a semester on a class to get more preparation than to have to take it twice to fix their GPA, and now have it appearing twice on their transcript. For example, a student might wait on taking college algebra, which is the equivalent of high school calculus, and get another year of high school math first to help ensure they succeed at the college level. Students need to consider their readiness overall. Do they have time to commit to extra work? College classes require twice as much time for homework as time actually spent in class. Do they have time to commit to coming to campus for classes? Do they work or play sports or have home commitments that will affect classes? Finally, it's important to know that these are college classes for high school credit, not high school classes for college credit. That difference is key because it's an additional commitment to sign up for these classes. Here at Front Range, we care about student success, which is why we want to say concurrent enrollment is not for everyone. Sometimes students realize early they're not ready or they don't have the time to commit. That's okay. We would much rather you get out early than try it and not be successful. The college has what are called drop dates. Much like in high school, where you have a time frame within which you can change your schedule, there is a date at the college by which you have to drop the class. Please note, telling your high school counselor you want to drop and getting off the high school roster is not all it takes. You must drop the class from your college schedule in eWolf, which is the Front Range College portal. Otherwise, you may receive an F on your college transcript. Students are encouraged to check with their high school counselor if there are questions about the concurrent enrollment program. Counselors are connected to the concurrent enrollment staff at Front Range and can jointly help you as needed. There are also some key differences between high school and college. College operates on a semester calendar. This means what you're used to covering in a whole year in high school is now covered in one semester in college. Students average 1 hour of class and 2 hours of homework for every 1 credit per week. This means that your average 3-credit class will have an average time commitment of 9 hours per week. Classes that are 4 credits will average 12 hours per week, and 5-credit science and math classes will average 15 hours per week. Grades are big. As mentioned before, grades of A, B, and C are passing in college. D's and F's are not passing. Classes with A's, B's, and C grades can transfer to other colleges and can apply toward a degree at Front Range if you continue here after high school. There are also policy differences. Your college instructor may have a different attendance policy than you're used to in high school. Students are highly encouraged to protect their time in college classes whenever possible. Try not to schedule appointments or other commitments during class time. Late work is generally not accepted in college, or you may receive a much lower grade. Students must be aware of the attendance policy set forth in the syllabus for the class. The syllabus will tell you deadlines, class expectations, how you will be graded, etc. This is your class contract, so it's important to keep it and follow it well. All this to say, even while there are lots of differences between college and high school, there are lots of aids and helps for students who are willing to ask for it. Let's look at those now. Self-advocacy is a life skill that is important enough that our faculty at Front Range say that this can make the difference between a student finding success in their classes or not. Probably the best definition we have ever seen of self-advocacy is the ability to speak up for yourself and the things that are important to you. And in college, this means asking for what you need and want, as well as knowing your rights and responsibilities, so you could make your own choices about your classes. The most important part of self-advocacy is knowing when you need help and then asking for it. And our office, as well as the entire college, is there to support anyone who asks. There are lots of aids and helps. Let's look at those specifically now. All of the resources listed here are available for anyone who asks, including all concurrent enrollment students. This includes student life. For instance, come hang out at a school event, join a club, play in the game room, or grab some free food. There are mental health and counseling resources you can use for free. There's a gymnasium on campus, free of charge for college students, which includes you. The Academic Success Center provides writing, math, and group study session services. These services are available both in person and online. Career Services can help you learn more about your career path. Pathway Advisors can help you learn more about classes you need for your future college major. Disability support services can help you use accommodations. Important note, there are different laws for accommodations in high school than there are in college. Students taking concurrent enrollment classes must follow the college laws for accommodations. Students with 504s or IEP plans are encouraged to contact Disability Support Services for more information about what, if any, accommodations can be used in college classes. 504s and IEPs do not automatically transition to the college, and not everything that students may be used to in high school may be granted in a college class. All these resources are free, and we're here to support you. Just let us know. Now, let's talk about educational privacy law. This part is both for students and parents. There is a federal law called the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, or FERPA for short. It affects the way the college will communicate with concurrent enrollment students. FERPA is designed to protect the privacy of student educational records. This applies to all college students, regardless of their age, even for concurrent enrollment students under the age of 18. While the college can share general information with parents, the college cannot share student-specific information. Students should still inform their parents of their progress at school. After all, parents and guardians can be a student's biggest support, but the communication has to come from the student, not the college. While this can present challenges to some parents, it is also an opportunity for students to gain responsibility in sharing class information with their family themselves. So let's sum up. Are you ready to be a college student, academically, socially, and with your time? Are you self-motivated, disciplined, and seeking new challenges? If so, let's get started. From the start, don't forget that your high school counselor who works with concurrent enrollment students is your best point of contact on the high school side of the process. Let's dive into specific steps. There are 3 specific steps that students must complete to enroll in concurrent enrollment. Number 1 is to apply for admission. This is free and is done on our website at www.frontrange.edu. Students will need to provide some parent or guardian information to complete this step since they're under 23 years old. Once students complete their admission application, they will receive their Front Range ID number, or S number, as we call it. In your application, authorize Front Range to apply for the College Opportunity Fund, or COF for short, on your behalf. The COF is a stipend where the state pays a portion of your tuition. Between this COF stipend and what the high school pays on your tuition, that's what makes concurrent enrollment free tuition for students. The second step is to complete the concurrent enrollment form. Students complete this form online at www.frontrange.edu/CE-form. This is the agreement that allows the high school to pay the student's tuition. Please read this document carefully. This document also lets us know you are one of our students and lifts most holds that might prevent you from registering. The third step is to register for classes. Our office can provide resources to help you register on your own, or we can help you in person or via video chat. We can also help new students select good fit classes to start out with if requested. Now, there are 2 exceptions to this 3-step process. The first exception is for students who are younger than 17 and plan to take classes on our campus as campus select students, because they will have an underage hold. When you complete your concurrent enrollment form, our office will learn if you have an underage form or have an underage hold, and we will reach out to you with instructions on how to get this hold lifted. Students who are 16 will complete an electronic waiver. Students who are 15 or younger will need to take the AccuPlacer placement exam to demonstrate academic readiness, and then have an underage meeting with our assistant director to determine social and emotional readiness. The second exception is for students who want to take English Composition 1 in their first semester, or any entry-level math course any semester. These students need to reach out to their coordinator in our office so we can find the best method to place them into these classes. We use placement methods for these particular classes because we want to ensure students are set up to succeed. Thank you for viewing this presentation. College Now, our office, is here to help. Please let us know if there are any questions. You can reach out to the coordinator who worked with your high school, and if you're not sure who that is, you can reach out to any of our coordinators with your high school name, and we will connect you to the right person on our team. We look forward to working with you.